So I just want to talk a little bit about my style when I'm using calls. I said proficient in one call. In my pack, I've got a slate call, I've got a glass pot call, I've got aluminum call, I've got a box call, and then I've got a handful of different diaphragm mouth calls. A lot of times I start to locate a bird with a box call, just some simple yelps on the box call. Great when you don't have to have your shotgun. Before you've located a bird, the box call is a good way to get a response. Most guys are going to keep that paddle on the surface when they're running it. If you notice me, I'm almost lifting it every single time, and I like it because I can control the yelps a little bit better. So a lot of guys will just keep that lid on the surface. See how bad it sounds when I do that? For me, because that's not my style. And that's how I learned as a kid, and you know, that's what I've always done. Most of the time when I am actually doing soft calling, I'm going to use a pot call. The pot call, to me, you can make some really nice turkey sounds. You can purr on it, you can cut really well on it, and you can make either both aggressive and soft yelps. So a lot of times when I start calling, I'll just start with the pot call. Nice soft yelps. You can do the purrs on there. We're cutting. You can make several different hen sounds, like there's multiple hens in the flock depending on where you're running your striker. Near the outside of the pot call, you're going to get a much higher, resembling a younger hen. As you come towards the center of the pot, you're going to get a deeper, a raspier sound. A lot of times you'll boss hen. So I'll just show you a different example. I'll show you on the outside, and then I'll go to the inside, and I'll go back and forth just so you can hear the difference in the sound. All right, talking about conditioning your pot calls. So in my pack, I've always got some sandpaper to just scuff my slate call. The key is, you know, as you get these things right out of the box, you're gonna have to scuff them up to get that friction pot call, friction calls. What that friction does by sanding that is gonna create that friction against the slate in this case to create your turkey sounds. A lot of times, guys, when you purchase a glass call, they are a very pretty call. They look really nice. In order to make those calls work for you, you've got to scuff them up. So what I've got in my pack, I've got a conditioning stone, and don't be afraid to really rough that thing up on there. So you're going to just take that conditioning stone, get you a section or a surface area that you're going to use for your call. So when I'm using this glass call, I'm limited to the space where I've actually conditioned the call. If I try to run that on this surface here, you're not even going to be able to make a sound. You see there? There's no sound at all. You get onto the surface where you just roughed it. How to apply the call in the field, whether I'm using the high sound or the raspy hen sound. A lot of times a turkey's going to tell you what sound's working. So you may try that high young hen sound, you get no response from the tom, then all of a sudden you get down to that raspy boss hen and you get that tom to sound off. Now I've recognized that bird in this particular situation is responding better to one sound versus the other. And when that happens, I tend to utilize that sound until we finish the deal on that bird. So, you know, change it up. You know, if you're not getting a response using one call, try a different call. Change it up as you're in the hunt, adjust, adapt. You know, one day this sound may work, the second day another sound may work. You've just always got to be trying something different in the field. So you got your pot call, your box call. The mouth call takes a while to master. I use this call when I'm shotgun hunting, got the bird closing the distance. I may have brought them in with the box call or the pot call, and as I need to switch over, got my shotgun in my hand in the ready position, I've got the mouth call in, I can finish them if they get hung up out there. So again, it's becoming proficient in your calls, box calls, pot calls, mouth calls, lots of opportunities out there, lots of different options to be successful in the field.